Let's take a look at the online draft in action. This group has completed their setup and they're ready to start their draft. First, let's review the live draft page. The top section here is the message board. Messages from the system and other partners will appear here. Next, we have the selected games section and the available games section below that. In the right column, we have the draft status, personal settings, and also the draft order. When you and your group are ready to start your draft, the group administrator clicks the Start Draft Now button. This will send an email out to all partners and start the draft. Notice that the draft message board will change first. This indicates that the draft has begun and the first picker is Bill. Let's switch over to Bill's screen. On Bill's screen, notice that the draft message board section and the available games section have both turned green, indicating that it's Bill's turn to make a pick. Bill's ranked his games and he'll make his first selection. The group administrator, Dan, has the next pick, so let's switch back to his screen. Notice that his sections turn green as well, and he'll make his selection. Use Select in the right-hand column, and then hit the Select Game button. Person with the third pick, Joe, is using AutoDraft, which means he's not going to make his selections himself. He'll let the system pick for him. So notice that Joe's pick is automatically made when it's his turn. Kathy has the fourth pick, so we'll switch over to her screen. She's ranked her games, and it turns out her first ranked game is no longer available, so she'll pick her second ranked game. This is a snake draft, so she picks again with the fifth pick. Now she'll pick her third ranked game. And now we're back to Joe, who gets skipped automatically because he has AutoDraft on. Which leads us to pick number 7. Dan, the group administrator, has that pick, so we'll switch over to his screen. And Dan makes his selection for pick number 7. At any point during the draft, the group administrator can pause the draft. You can pause the draft simply if you need to take a break, or if you need to reveal some of the administrator options. First, notice you can resume the draft with the green button. You can also make a selection for a partner or skip a partner's turn at any point. Use the Undo Last Pick button to undo the last pick made. Let's make the next selection for Bill. We'll click on the Make Selection for Partner, and here we can use the auto draft to force an auto draft automatically. We can also skip his pick, or we can manually pick. Let's use that option. This takes us over to the Admin Pick page, and here we can look at the available games and make a selection for Bill. Once we've made a selection, we can return to the live draft, or we can make the next selection as well. Back on the live draft page, let's use the other option for making the next selection for Bill. We'll use the auto draft option, and this will force an auto pick for the next pick. And we can see in the message board that pick number 9 is completed and we've moved on to pick number 10. For pick number 10, let's skip it. And there we can skip pick number 10. And then we've made an auto pick for pick number 11 for Joe, and we've moved on to pick number 12. The draft continues this way until all the picks have been made or until all the games have been selected, whichever comes first. When the draft is over, you can view the draft results. The draft results are available under the Tickets tab. All partners have access to these pages. In the View page, we can see who has which games. You can filter by partner by selecting a partner and then clicking the Apply button. Here are all Bill's games. We can switch this to Kathy and view Kathy's games. A calendar is also available where you can browse by month to see who has which games and tickets. And that's the online draft in action.